All right, welcome to this evening's regular business meeting. We're going to have a moment of silent prayer for our invocation. It will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would, please stand with me. Thank you. Commissioner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
Good evening. Welcome to our November 2nd Board of Commissioners meeting. First order of business is adoption of the agenda. Do any members of the board want to make any amendments?
Yes, Madam Clerk. Resolution 2021-225A, 225 rather. Resolution of Clayton County enter into a intergovernment agreement in reference to the Gilbert Road project. I would like to take that off and place it on the following meeting's agenda. There's still some items that need to be worked out. Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? Those in
Do you
favor,
want it
aye.
to November the 16th?
Yes.
Thank you.
Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Okay. You good?
Not yet.
Is that it?
No, we're waiting just a couple of minutes.
You want this?
It's coming.
I have it. I can make the motion. I wanted to also pull item 21, the resolution 20-2021-229, a resolution of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners to approve the location for the new Clayton County Administration Building on the corner of Lee Street and Smith Street.
Give me that item again, resolution number.
And that will be the resolution 2021-229.
229. All right, the motions to, you said you pull it off the agenda or put it on the regular agenda?
Put it on the regular agenda.
All right, the motions placed to resolution 2021-229, reference to the location of the Clayton County Administration Building on the regular agenda. Is there a second to the motion? Is there a second to the motion? All right, that fails due to the lack of a second. Are there any others? All right, hearing none, is there a motion to adopt the agenda? I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
1 second, please. If I may ask, Mr. Chair, only because we all had pre-appointments for today's meeting, if you could just recap what was pulled, or if our clerk could just recap that real quick, if she doesn't mind.
Resolution 2021-225, which actually is number 17, was moved to the November 16th agenda, and that is the only one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so going back to the motion was made to adopt the agenda. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Any questions? All right, hearing none. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
4-1, it passes. Madam Clerk.
Yes. Our next presentations, I understand we do not have a Veteran of the Month, so we would do the
There will be no Veteran of the Month this meeting, but next meeting we hopefully will be ready with Veteran of the Month, especially since this is Veterans Celebration Month. And we, as always, appreciate all of our veterans for all that you have done and with all that you will do for our great country. Madam Clerk, before we go to the proclamation, I just wanted to formally congratulate and acknowledge Dr. Alika Anderson to the board. Let's give her a round of applause. And if you would like to have a brief comment, please.
Again, I just want to say thank you. I kind of made brief comments last week, but I didn't thank my mother. She was here last week, so I just want to say thank you to her. She is my world, and she's always been here for me, and she's always there for me. But I just want to say thank you also to my constituents. Also, continue to come out, continue to talk about and what you believe in, and I am here to serve. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, before we move, I could not tell who voted no. Was that Commissioner Franklin?
I did, I voted nay.
Nay, thank you.
Okay.
Our next item is a proclamation, National Eat Dinner with Your Family Day.
Mr. James?
All right, everybody looking right here. On three. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome. And I'm going to read this one because Mr. James was so patient to be able to receive this proclamation, and he's done so much in our community. So Mr. James, the life coach, whereas Mr. James, life coach, is a co-facilitator along with Antonio Da Silva since 2001 of a 12-step Christ-centered recovery group sponsored by the Terra Baptist Church, founded in 1964, located in Clayton County. And whereas Mr. James, life coach, founded Real Help Network, Inc. in 2004 to help educate addicted and non-addicted caring family members about the science of addiction, relapse prevention, and positive potential for recovery through Christ. Mr. James, life coach, serves as the president of Clayton State Model United Nations delegation from 2012 to 2015, recognized outstanding accomplishments in sociology and into National Society of Leadership and Success in 2015. And whereas as a life coach, he has addressed the whole needs of families, tackling issues such as substance abuse, academic performance, relationships, and nutrition. Our children and their families had success to a program that helps young teenagers to stay away from substance abuse. Whereas on the fourth Monday in September, National Family Day encourages everyone to gather around the table and enjoy a meal together. The National Center on Addiction declared National Family Day in 2001 to combat substance abuse among teens. Their research showed that teens who ate meals with their families were less likely to fall into substance abuse. They also tend to do better in school and eat healthier. Therefore, I, Felicia Franklin, Commissioner on behalf of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners, do hereby offer the warmest and most heartfelt congratulations to you, Mr. James, life coach, who has dedicated over 10 years of service to the great citizens of Clayton County. And you deserve this honor, and so does your organization. So join me in extending these best wishes, and I have therefore attached a seal and signed this proclamation, which has been affixed this second day of November in the year 2021. Thank you for what you're doing and what you continue to do to make sure we have strong and thriving families.
Madam Clerk?
The board will now hear public comments. Citizens will be given 3 minutes with a maximum time limit of 30 to speak before the Board of Commissioners. Please state your name and county of residency for the record. Speak clearly into the microphone, and speakers should be courteous, respectful, and not make any disparaging remarks or use abusive language when addressing the board.
Nanette Dooley.
Do I stay back here?
No, ma'am, you need to come speak at the, you can leave your mask on if you like, at the podium,
So leave the mask on?
if you like.
Okay, my topic is green space.
Please state your name for us.
Nanette Dooley, Clayton County.
Thank you.
The topic is green space. Much, if not all, of the vacant land in Clayton County where there are trees or natural ground areas, there are signs saying for sale, zone commercial, or et cetera, but none say zone green space. If we don't designate now some natural areas in Clayton County, after it's sold and built on, there will be no natural areas left, and Clayton County will look like Manhattan, all cement, concrete, and buildings. I know green space doesn't generate money for taxes or profit for investors, but it provides more valuable benefits than money, like fresh air, peace, and solitude, animal habitat, and refuge. Now, how do we get green spaces? Well, some natural areas are bought and preserved by conservation groups like Georgia and National Nature Conservancy and the Appalachian Trail Conservancy. But it's unlikely that these organizations are coming to Clayton County to buy the land, so it's up to the government to buy the land and preserve it, like the federal government did when they made the natural parks, national wildlife refuges, and the wilderness areas. I know Clayton County has some great parks like Reynolds Nature Preserve, the International Park, and Jester's Creek Trail, which are really nice for people and wildlife, but I think there should be just some areas that are left natural with no development or amendments. And if Clayton County doesn't set aside and preserve the land like this before it is bought and developed, it will be too late, and every green space and tree and natural area will be gone. The current main topic in the news now is climate change and global warming. And if every county in the U.S. would do their small part in preserving some natural areas, we would be helping to preserve the health and happiness of Clayton County residents and possibly the whole world. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Terry Allen.
To the commissioners, greetings. I'd like to speak
State
on
your name for us.
Terry Allen. I live in Clayton County. I would like to speak to Ms. Commissioner Gil Hambrick on a later time before I make a public statement to observe some issues that need to be addressed.
Okay,
Is that fine?
yes. Just get in touch with her constituent aide, and I'm sure she'll set something up.
Yes, Ms. Tina Howard. Yes,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you, sir.
Rather. Thank you. Timothy Vondale Jefferson.
Good evening, Chairman, Board of Commissioners. Timothy Bondell Jefferson, unincorporated Clayton County. I want to thank Commissioner Davis for putting resolution number 18 back on the agenda, the code of conduct of a commissioner, resolution 2021-226. I was watching, years ago, we used to have pre-board meetings at 6:30, and then the board meeting was at 7 o'clock. And in the pre-board meetings, we had an opportunity to get rid of some of the nonsense. These work sessions on Tuesday, especially last Tuesday, should have been structured in a retreat type of atmosphere, because we expose our business to the public. We showed them our dirty laundry. Commissioner Felicia Franklin Warner was condescending and disrespectful to county employees who do their best to try to bring forward certain projects that they are working on. Disparaging comments and disrespect to county employees is not necessary. If you have an issue, and if you do your due diligence, you will find the answer. You all have the privilege of knowing what's going to be on the agenda that Wednesday before is released to the public. And as soon as that agenda is released to the public, I make the necessary phone calls and do my due diligence on certain questions and things that I have. And I'm pretty much satisfied once I do that. So the grandstanding is unnecessary. And there's been too much grandstanding. We are here to do the people's business. 300,000 citizens, which each one of you all cover a certain district, and you're the chairman of the county. We got to be a little bit more smart as we wordsmith our frustrations and our opinions, and not make it condescending and disrespectful to the county employees, because we expect excellence from our employees, and we expect the same thing from the leadership on this board. Thank you for hearing me. Have a great day.
Adele Sellers.
Thank you for allowing me to speak for a minute. I really want to ask a question because
Please speak into the mic, ma'am, and state your name and.
My name is Adele Sellers, and I live in Clayton County, right off of Valley Hill subdivision.
That's fine.
And I want to ask, we need a fence around our property, bordering the street, to keep all the gangs from just coming down in your property and damaging it. I have 2 holes in my fence now where they throw rocks and stuff because you say something to them about trespassing. So I need to talk to the person that's covering that area and see what can be done about getting a fence there, because kids from up the street don't live in the subdivision, come down through the subdivision and just walk across your property to get up there to the school, and I don't think that's fair to us. And well, not most of us, but all the people that live in the cul-de-sac where I live, we have medical issues, and it's tough when you got to deal with that and then deal with somebody else's child. And if you say something to the children about it, their parents will come up and want to cause a disturbance. And I guess a lot of the police officers in Clayton County can contest to that, saying don't say nothing to my child. If you keep your child at home and teach them, then we wouldn't have a problem with them. And that's what I need. I need to talk to somebody that will help us to get this squared away. And Mr. Allen, he goes around and pick up trash for everybody. They just throw the trash on the ground by the mailbox. It looks like a ghetto over there now. And get upset because they come all the way up in the cul-de-sac where we are and trash it, and you ask them to pick it up yourself, you know. So we need some help over there. I'm a
So
senior
you're-
citizen, and I'm disabled, and I can't fight them, you know, verbally or physically.
Your commissioners, Commissioner Davis and Officer Wynn's going to give you his business card.
Okay.
Please give him a call, and he'll help you talk
Okay.
about your issues.
Okay.
And of course, we have our Chief of Police, Chief Roberts, in the back. If
Okay.
you just relay some of those issues that you're having,
Yes,
he can
a lot.
increase patrols or
And we
do
just
something
need-
to that
We just need
effect.
somebody to help us, to support us, really.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mickey Garber.
Madam Clerk, Mickey Garber, unincorporated Rex, Georgia. My comment tonight, again, is on mandatory trash pickup. But I'm not going to make any snippet or reasons why we should or should not have it. To let you know, I am totally against mandatory trash pickup. But for me to continue to give little snippets of why I'm against it is very frustrating because I'm not making any headway. What I wish that can be done is an open debate of which I volunteer to be on the side of the debate team that is against mandatory trash pickup. I won't take up any more of your time with this issue, but Chairman Turner, I will be at your Solid Waste Board meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Eddie Boyd.
Good evening, everyone. I appreciate you letting me comment this evening. I want to say congratulations to Commissioner Anderson for her win. But not a win, but the call to service. My name is Eddie Boyd, and I forgot to give my title. I'm Ashford Landing Association HOA President. Our subdivision, we don't have a problem with people littering. You know, it's a cultural thing. You know, if they know that if their neighbors or the people that come in the community, that they're held to a standard because there's a HOA. HOA is good, rules are good. And to piggyback the trash issue, you know, the trash, uniform trash pickup would benefit the county. I'm gonna tell you why. This last 3 weeks, I've been like continuously picking up trash. I have a scooter, I have a drone, and I've been documenting me picking up trash as a call to action, not to get a pat on the back, because there's an issue, and I feel that we have to change the culture of people littering. Having a conversation with the people in the community allows them to see what I'm doing and say, you know what, I'm happy someone is doing it. I want to join you. Part of this thing with the collective trash, with the uniform trash pickup, is that I've picked up trash on Old Rexmore Road, had my daughter and grandson picking up trash, cleaned it up, took our Saturday and cleaned it up. When I went back a couple days ago, people were dumping their household trash, bags of household trash. And I know part of the reason, they don't want to pay or can't afford to pay for their trash pickup. They don't want to let it continuously collect at their home. So in the middle of the night, they take their trash, put it in their trunk, and dump it when no one's looking. That's a problem. Everybody needs to have trash at their home to be picked up. And sometimes we got to be forced. And part of it is we got to do enforcement. Because without enforcement, if people figure, I'm a proud resident of Clayton County. I moved here in 2008 and I had young children, and I moved despite the accreditation problem. So I'm all in. I got 3 graduates of Morrow High School.
All right, go your time is up, though, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm asking, could you allow me more time?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a major concern. Please do enforcement. Everyone play your part in having a trash pickup day,
Thank you, sir.
like Dr.
Orlando
Anderson and I are doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, Orlando Gooden, unincorporated Clayton County. Let me welcome Commissioner Anderson to the Board of Commissioners. You have been a member of several boards: the Development Authority of Clayton County, the Housing Board, the Mental Health Board, and you were the chairman of the Board of Education. So you understand the need for decorum, Robert's Rules of Order, and respect from fellow board members. I like some of the statements that you was on your October 28th e-blast. This one. The only impossible journey is the one we never begin. Let's continue the journey together for success towards the betterment of our lives, our children, and our community. The last page on that e-blast states, please help keep our county clean and beautiful. But are you aware that we had a Keep Clayton County Beautiful program that 3 commissioners voted to have it removed and removed the director? Should we hold the commissioners accountable for the trash in the county? And would you vote yes to bring it back? Some commissioners are pushing universal trash pickup without telling us what it's going to cost and how it's going to be paid for. Do we have to pass it to see what's in it? Are you in favor of universal trash and adding the cost to our mortgage? I've always believed a half-truth is nothing but a whole lie. I have said accountability is kryptonite to politicians. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
James Porco.
Good evening. How's everybody doing? Miss Anderson, how you doing? Congratulations. I just got finished talking to Jesse.
Thank you.
Gail Hamburg, nice to see you. Let me say something. I've been living in Clayton County for almost 40 years. Almost 40 years. And the way I feel about Clayton County is, if you've been married for 40 years, and then you finally just find out your wife's been cheating on you, you know how you feel? That's how I feel about Clayton County. We got problems here, and I'm just going to address this first problem. This first problem we have right now is the millage rate. How did my millage rate go up? 12%. And we would all up in the 30%. I usually pay 5%, 6%. Now I'm paying 30%, and they still can't give me they can't give me the correct answer. There's a lot of things I got to address to you. I will be back now, but first I cannot pay you guys to screw me over. I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you. Now, we'll go to Superior Court. We got to go back over this millage rate, and we're going to see how we're going to address the millage rate. Can somebody tell me how the millage rate is addressed at this time?
People sitting to your left, our right, CFO Ramona Bivens and Mr. Johnson, they'll be only too happy to sit down with you and explain it to you.
Okay, so you need to go back to the tax assessors and explain it to them, because they can't explain it. They told me I had to come to you guys.
Well, there they are. So at a later time, set up an appointment to go and talk to them, and they'll be only too
All right.
happy to sit down with you and discuss in detail any concerns you have.
All right, now I got to get back because we can't go 2 years behind. I know I can't go 2 years behind. I got to get this first one out of the way, but they won't give me the exact amount on what I'm supposed to pay. And it's taxation without representation. We can go 14 for amendment, chicken laying provision, everything else. I'm prepared to come back at you guys, but I need you guys to lower my tax rate. That millage rate is too high. It's never been this high before. Never. Never. So why?
So, you know, we can sit here and debate back and forth, but the millage rate was not increased. The value of your home increased. But again, I'm gonna let those who wheelhouse it is discuss to you about why you saw an increase.
You should be telling them what to do. They shouldn't be telling you what to do.
Well, first of all, they're the subject matter experts. I didn't go to school for budgeting and, CPA and so forth. That is what they do on an everyday basis.
Can you tell me why my millage rate is almost 12%?
Again, sir, your time is up, but make an
It's
appointment.
not, that's not 30 minutes.
But make a appointment. They'll be happy to sit down with you. Thank you, sir.
Make an appointment with who?
CFO rather. Madam Clerk, that concludes public comment.
The board will now entertain the consent agenda.
Before I take a motion to approve the consent agenda, Mr. Reed wants to make one correction or addition.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Madam Vice Chair, and Board. What you have before you on your dais is Ordinance 2021-226. It's a slight change from the one that is in your that was in your binder to increase the number of commissioners that must vote to conduct a hearing. It was at a majority. It's been increased to a minimum of 4. So in order for someone to hold a hearing to determine if there's a potential violation, 4 of the 5 of you have to make that motion, not just a simple majority. And I think that was to reduce there being a partisan manner to conduct code of conduct issues. That's the only change.
All right, thank you. At this time, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a motion? I'll make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Do we need it with the amendment?
With the amendment, part of my motion. Yes.
Second.
Any questions, any other items? Hearing none, those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay. I support Marta definitely applying for the funding, but I vote against the agenda as a whole, as it was proposed.
Commissioner Franklin opposed. It's 4-1, it passes. Next item.
Okay. The next item is Resolution 2021-224A. I'm sorry, 224.
Yes, it's a Resolution 2021-224. It's a resolution authorizing the Clayton County Board of Commissioners to order the removal of a member of the Housing Authority of Clayton County, that's specifically Michael Bryant, to authorize the chairman to perform all acts necessary to accomplish the intent of the resolution, to provide an effective date of the resolution and for other purposes.
All right, is there a motion?
Yes, I would like to make a motion.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Any questions, comments?
I do have a question. Is this effective immediately?
Yes, if the board passes it, it will be effective immediately.
Any other questions?
Who made the second?
I did.
Okay. Thank you. I hadn't gotten your voice just yet.
I asked for a little buttons.
All right, hearing no other questions, those in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Nay. 4-1.
Abstention. I was not here for the hearing, and there's not enough information for me to make a
Okay,
decision.
1 abstention, Commissioner Franklin. I opposed, Chairman, as 3 passes. So it's approved.
Mr. Chairman, the next items are board appointment.
All right. All right, first board appointments to the Water Authority Board. It's at large. Mr. John Westerfeld resigned from the Water Authority Board. This is, again, an at-large appointment. Are there any recommendations?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I would like to appoint Mr. Mike Thomas.
Second.
Hold on. Can I get to the question? All right. Commissioner Hambrick, motion is to appoint Mike Thomas. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Franklin, second the motion. Any questions? Hearing none. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
He's a famous
It's
guy.
unanimous. All right, next board appointment is the License Review Board. Commissioner Anderson's selection. Ms. Valerie Williams' term on the License Review Board expired in July of 2021 due to the death of Commissioner Gregory. The appointment was held, therefore the appointment will begin on November 2nd, 2021, will expire November 2nd, 2025. Commissioner Anderson, are you ready to move forward?
Yes, I would like to appoint Ms. Thank you. Yes, I would like to appoint Ms. Valerie Williams for the term on the License Review Board.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Properly moved in second. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Next board appointments, Library Board. Again, Commissioner Anderson's selection. Dr. Rump Carter, term of the Library Board expired July of 2021 due to the death also of Commissioner Gregory. The appointment was held. Appointment will begin November 2nd, 2021, expire November 2nd, 2024. Commissioner Anderson.
Again, I would like to appoint Dr. Chantal Rump Carter to the term of the Library Board.
Second.
Again, can we wait until second's called for? All right, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Franklin. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Last board appointment is to the Mental Health Community Service Board. Commissioner Anderson's selection. This board appointment is to fill an unexpired term of Dr. Alika Anderson on the Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities and Addictive Diseases Community Service Board. New term will begin immediately and will expire September 15, 2023. Commissioner.
I would like to appoint Ms. Vanessa Battle to fill the unexpired term of Dr. Alika Anderson on the Mental Health Board.
Commissioner, I was waiting on you to say I want to reappoint Dr. Anderson.
I want to reappoint myself.
What was that name again?
Give us the name again, Doc.
Vanessa Battle.
Vanessa Battle. Is there a second?
Second.
Probably moving second. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Mr. Reed, do we need executive session?
Yes, on personnel and litigation.
All right, is there a motion to go into executive session for personnel and litigation?
I make the motion that we go into executive session for personnel and litigation.
Is there a second?
Second.
Probably moved in second by Commissioner Davis. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. All right, is there a motion to reconvene?
I so move.
Commissioner Hambrick made the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Commissioner Anderson, second the motion. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Mr. Reed?
Would you like me to take them together?
Yes, please.
All right. First is a settlement in the matter of Chiquita Riles versus Clayton County et al. Relating to an accident that occurred on February 26, 2021 at or near the intersection of Taylor Road and Creekstone Way in Clayton County in the amount of $40,000. The second is to hire Johnson and Freeman LLC at the rate of $350 an hour and a retainer of $10,000 to represent the county in the matter of College Park versus Clayton County et al. And he is representing the county and the other defendants in that matter.
All right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Any questions on either item?
Bless you.
Hearing none, those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Motion to adjourn.
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Is there a second? I'll second the motion. Those in favor, aye. Opposed? It's unanimous. Good night.